Welcome back to Straight Burgin, everybody. As always, Gramps, number one gamer on the pod. You already know. Joined by Pat and Jack.
Yep, you already know the real best gamer on the pod right here.
And it's your
Yeah,
boy
nothing new about
Alexander
that.
the Jar, back at it again.
We're never freeing him, bro. And by nobody's really gonna understand that, guys. Pat, we had to put the parental lock on him this weekend, bro. We had to put the parental lock on Pat, bro. I had to put the two-factor on the TikTok. He started posting like it was Maine.
I was on the phone with Landon today, and he told me he saw the TikToks. And safe to say, it was pretty easy to see that I was burging out.
Yeah, those didn't.
No, I wish I saved them.
Bro, I was moving like a CIA operative. Taking Pat, I was removing Pat kept logging into the account, and I had to keep removing his device from the account. And he's texting me, "What's the two-factor, bro?"
I got hit with the two-factor verification.
I'm like, I'm not giving you the two-factor, bro. Yeah, that was funny though.
Yeah, those will be up on the Patreon as some bloopers.
Dude, I got a text from Jack, and it was just like, delete Pat's TikTok, and I was like, "What are you talking about?" I thought he was talking about the Vike one, and I opened TikTok, and it's just you going, yo, Matt, what's your favorite game? And I was like, oh, God. I was like, dude, who let this guy get the account?
Next unboxing, I'll be back. I'll be logged back into it.
Dude, yeah, I'm going to have some unboxings soon. I'm going to buy some stuff. Any wise words from Jack?
No wise words, but
he just seems
that's
so
how it
depressed.
usually is. I got words. Back to the week of work. Week worked. Jesus.
Yeah, that is pretty.
Sorry, the work week tomorrow. So not looking forward to that per se, but that's how it goes.
All right. Last thing I want to say before we get into our little precursor before the main content of today. Shout out Jaylen Brown, shout out LeBron James, shout out Mike Gansey, shout out Fullerin Balogun, Big Flo. We're not taking that red card. We'll take that.
Oh, sir.
Lastly, also fuck Sony. More to come on that. More to come. Jack knows all about the sentence. More to come. But you guys don't know, the viewers, but I already told the boys before we started this recording. Today, we're going to be going through the July 2026 video game release dates. And here we are. So, I'm going to tee this off real quick. Let me get my content voice on. Today, Jack, Pat, and I are going through the biggest July gaming releases to give you guys our thoughts on whether they're going to be a worthy pickup. Starting with one that already came out 4 days ago, so we're a little bit late. Rhythm Heaven Groove, July 2nd. I am feeling a backlog on this.
Yep, going to be a backlog for me as well. I think in our reviews of the announcements, I said I was going to pick this up day one. Things have changed. Playing Final Fantasy VII, and it seems like it'd be a fun time, but not really interested right now. Maybe in the future.
Backlog. Had a pretty expensive weekend.
No, I feel that. AC Black Flag Resynced. I'm also feeling a backlog on this. That's literally in like 2 days. It's pretty much Tuesday. It comes out Thursday.
Yeah, backlog for me as well. I like the original a lot, and I'm sure I'd like this too, just not really in the slate of what I'm going to be able to play right now. So maybe I'll pick it up down the line. Who knows?
Yeah, backlog. I'll pick it up when it's on sale.
Yeah.
But just not feeling the Ubisoft formula right now, even though the original is very fun.
Echoes of Aincrad, the SAO game. I'm also feeling backlog on this. It's July 10th, man.
Yeah, I mean, nothing else but backlog yet, but it's going to continue. It looks like it'd be fun. Again, it's just a lot of games to play right now, and Rebirth is really going to be taking up my time this month.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, that's really like the heavy hitters at the beginning of the month. Now we move in Splatoon Raiders, July 23rd. I'm saying absolute banger. Banger game. Day one.
I'm going to play this day one, but I'm not fully out of banger. I'm reluctantly Man, I can't speak today. Too much activities
Get this
this
guy
weekend.
off the pod.
I am excited. I'm excited for this game. It's just I wouldn't say it just reaches that upper echelon of hype for me. I just played day one with Pat and Shane. I don't think I played solo.
Yeah, I'm gonna put this as a banger. Looking forward to this one, playing day one. You know, the Splatoon movement and just moving through the ink. I feel it can be really fun, and I hope this game can hold my attention. Seems kind of more like a I don't know, it reminds me of Night Rain, honestly, seeing some of the gameplay and moving down in levels. So hope there's good rewards, hope the gameplay is fun, hope the boss fights are hard, and
Yeah, true.
yeah,
We're only
Mhm.
playing on the hardest difficulty, by the way. When we play together, that's the only
Yep, have
option.
Right.
One thing I want to say before we move on, we got 2 or 3 more games for July that I want to bring up is there should be like a concept for the pod, right, where we can like get somebody, you know, in baseball and they're like get blah 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 up and moving around, because we need to go to the bull. This should be a bullpen game right now, bro. Why did we put Jack in the start at 9 today? You know, what's he doing?
So I wish I could bounce some baseball references off you, but
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's
you
it's
got switch
okay.
to basketball.
Are you saying I should be more excited? Is that what that was saying?
No. Oh my gosh. Okay, you really don't know
all right,
baseball.
Shane,
Really
we
does
need it
that
in
one.
Fortnite context.
Okay. Pretty much like let's say we had a trio, right? And we had a fourth guy that wanted to play, but we only wanted to play trios. Since Jack is so bad today, we bring that other guy in and send Jack to the bench.
Oh, okay.
We bring in the relief.
I get that, I get
We
it.
gotta bring in the closer, the relief pitcher, because this guy's fumbling his words today.
You know what? Lanu
Yeah.
is fourth hitter on the pod.
Yeah, wait, we got Lanu coming up. We got get Lanu up and moving around in there. So
It was a long weekend. I 6.5 hours of driving today. I'm
Womp
cooked
womp.
right now, but I'm feeling good.
Nah,
You take a nap today, Jack?
Nope.
sheesh. Second to last game I want to bring up. I don't even know if anybody else is gonna remember this one besides me. I feel like Jack might. An extremely hard game, July 23rd, same day as Splatoon Raiders. It's the egg game.
Yeah. What's your rating for that one?
Yeah.
I am. You know what? I'm gonna go banger game, but I don't know if I'll play it day one, just because of Splatoon.
Is this game only on PC?
It is listed only on PC, so you are kind of irrelevant.
Yeah, so it's gonna go partial burger for me. Looks like a fun to play, but I can't play it, so I'm just gonna hate on it a little bit.
Oh, this game. Yeah, it's gonna have to be backlog.
You guys are gonna need
Oh,
to get
it's
to the PC
multiplayer,
market.
too?
You guys are gonna need to get in the PC market unless you want to get stuck behind with the PS6 generation. With your digital only
I got my
PlayStation
Steam
store.
machine.
With your digital PlayStation store, $90 for God of War 7. And that's really it for July, man. That's last thing that we could bring up is Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Switch 2 edition. That's like the only other
What
notable
about
thing.
Halo?
What? Oh,
Yeah, Halo.
did I
You
not
forgot
say?
Halo.
Did I forget Halo? Well, Halo July 28th, banger.
Triple banger.
I forgot.
Yeah,
I
it
didn't
is.
even know I forgot
Well,
Halo.
bang, 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 bang.
Yeah, that's pretty easy. That is pretty easy. But today, for the main topic of the video, we're coming at you with some hot takes. All we're literally doing is spewing off hot takes. Other people debate. It's just debating episode. Literally just a big debate. To not quote from South Park, this is a master debating episode. Has anybody got anything they want to launch off first? Because I really don't have anything written down.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, I
mine
have
are
some
like
stuff written
not
down.
too hot. So Jack, if you have a spicy one, say let it fly.
Yeah, I got to think of the
I would
spiciest
say-
I have.
Some of them are just like, I want to see if we all agree on it. They're not the most outrageous. Some are.
Okay.
To be real, I usually have something like this brewing, but Pat, you can lead us off actually.
All right. So my first one is had the theme of accessibility versus challenge. So I believe games with a specific difficulty setting but are still tough are the best ways to play a quote unquote harder game. So I think games that have like modifiers or you can change between easy, medium, and difficult kind of like loses that charm a little bit. And good difficult games reward the players by teaching them new skills or exploring the world and the environment to learn or get new items to beat the game.
So, by that you mean the better difficulty setting games are ones that don't come with a difficulty setting,
They
and
do
it's just
not
your
come with a
base.
difficulty setting. I was thinking
I'd
Elden
say
Ring with the difficulty versus something like Saros or even Mina with the modifiers. Like they're there for the accessibility, and so more people can play the game. But I think that just takes away something for me of like a hard game just because those options are there.
I wouldn't even describe you. Wait, are you describing Mina as a hard game?
Dude, you gotta think about the casual audience.
I don't think
No,
Mina's a hard game. Mina's hard for like the first hour, maybe, and then it becomes very easy. At least in my opinion.
oh no, that game's not hard.
That game is
But you
not
think about
hard.
the casual audience, and you have that stuff in there for the casual
I
audience.
don't even feel like the casual find. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think a casual find Mina that hard if they actually just play it. Like, like I said, after the first like hour and a half, like after you do the whatever first generator you go to, you get so much utility to upgrade yourself that it becomes so easy. And then you get the gun. If you pick the gun is broken. Like I used the gun and did not have trouble the rest of the game.
yeah, I'd say Mina is it's a similar to something like Souls games. I mean, I'd say a little bit more in the first hour. I don't really know. I kind of flew through Mina as well, so I guess I can't really speak for that. But I could see a normal person who hasn't really played any Souls games, any harder action adventure games like Hollow Knight. At a certain point, it could be a little tough. Kind of a lot of movement things to get down right. But overall, with your take, Pat, I think I agree generally, but I do think there is a good way to use the modifiers. I don't hate it in Mina. I think there's some to make it easier and some to make it a lot more difficult. So they kind of give you both sides of the coin. And I would like there to be one difficulty in a game. Modifiers don't really take me away from anything, but if there's like the four difficulties, easy, normal, hard, expert, that kind of throws me off at points. Like I want to do the hardest one, but then sometimes it just OD hard. I just can't do it. Like if I
Yeah.
tried
Yeah,
Uncharted's hardest difficulty, I would have taken 100 hours to beat the game probably.
yeah. And to build on my point more, and I think when a game has a single difficulty setting, and that is the 100% intended way the developers wanted people to play the game. Like that's what they tuned everything for. And then when you change difficulties and you're just like multiplying the damage or decreasing the damage by, a set amount, kind of takes away from just the magic for me of what makes a game like harder or just has like a nice consistent difficulty.
I guess I'm kind of with Jack here. I agree in most of the time that you are right that whatever standard difficulty, the developer makes um is typically the best way to play and typically the best experience. Um but I will say at times I heavily disagree with the fact that modifiers ruin an in-game experience because I think of Hades and that modifiers in Hades and all the things you can do challenge wise to make that game even more fun is literally one of the best ways to get back into it or like the main draws honestly for playing a game like that. And it's the same thing like people like I know Jack brought up Uncharted, so I was going to bring up The Last of Us. Like people like doing grounded mode, not because grounded mode is the best way to play the game, but because of the challenge it provides. So I think giving players the optionality of choice is arguably better sometimes, especially for games like that where it will offer an entirely different experience. Like I think of doing like literally just 2 days ago doing the intermission DLC for FF7. If I would have done that on normal and did not level scale myself because you can start with levels, it would have been so much more annoying for me because it would have taken longer. Um, because I was trying to get it done as fast as possible. Having that freedom to choose just going in on easy difficulty with already leveled up characters just allowed me to actually just go through and get the story beats, which is all I wanted to do. I did not care about having crazy combat and anything like that because I played the entire game. Like I'm ready to go on the rebirth. So I think having that choice is very, very important. I wish more games that I really do like had better replayability with those type of things, whether it be an ultra difficult mode or some form of challenge mode after the fact. I guess the biggest thing I always think of nowadays is when I think of just difficulty or games I wish had a difficulty setting, I always just will straightly go to Pokemon because it's just far too easy now. But I mean, it's a kid's game. I get it. I just wish they would take the time to, you know, maybe make a version or like a simple hard mode where the trainer UI is this % better, levels are this % higher, or maybe your party's capped, which is like what a lot of the fan game stuff do. But I would say, like I said, I agree with you on the median, but I disagree that having those options will take away from the experience in any way.
Yeah. Yeah, and going back to Pokemon, I like how you can make it harder for yourself by not leveling up.
Oh yeah, you absolutely can
That's
do
just
it
not
yourself.
how.
It's just so hard though.
Yeah.
Especially now
Yeah.
because like you got to think like they added so much easier leveling compared to like when, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
we
you
were
always
playing
start
through
out with the XP share now.
Well, I was gonna say, and XP shares whole party. It used to be you just give it. It used to be a held item. Remember, you'd give it to somebody and you had to bounce around
Yeah.
XP share. Now it's just a party-wide XP share, which it's fine. It's just the game just ends up becoming really easy if you're like just, you know, it's just an average player, below average player. Like anybody who understands games can beat that game without thinking. I mean, Fish had beat the game, so that really just tells you.
Yeah, after that talk there, I think I disagree with your take, Pat. I think sorry, but Elden Ring and all of the FromSoft games do it perfect with the one difficulty. But I actually think, especially modifiers, I was kind of thinking about the whole time there, just with the option to make it harder. I've never used a modifier, I don't think, in a game, maybe when I was younger, but yeah, I think it's, if they just do easy mode stuff, yeah, it's a little like whatever, but the option, the player choice is great, I think.
Oh,
Yeah, I like when
absolutely.
you mentioned grounded mode, Shane.
Dude,
How it completely changes the experience.
it makes it so ridiculously hard. It's just not even like I don't understand how people do it. I really don't. I mean, I'm not good enough at the game to do it. Never
pretty
been.
tough.
It's so tough, dude. Jack, you
Okay,
got
I
one you
can
want to
go
fire
next
off?
for
Yeah, I
one.
was gonna say.
Yeah, Jack, fire off the next one.
Do you guys want a spicy one or a more chill one?
I want
Yeah, do
a
a spicy
spicy one that could really get me yapping about too.
I have two ones that are both going to ruffle some feathers. Okay, I'll go for this one.
Ruffle some feathers.
Hollow Knight
please.
Silk Song
No.
has better gameplay than Red Dead Redemption 2.
No. I can see
Yeah,
why
I don't
you
think
say
that's very
that, but
spicy.
I can see why you're saying that because that game
Think
is
about the
literally
minute to
yeah,
minute.
that game is literally just minute to minute gameplay. Like they're like I because like on one hand I do see like why you could be right and why why I probably should agree with you, but I don't because I have way more fun playing Red Dead 2 than I ever would have playing Hollow Knight or Hollow Knight Silk Song specifically, which I don't like nearly as much as Hollow Knight. I got to admit I got to go back and play through it again because I never finished it because I just was not
The
enjoying
gameplay
it.
is
I
so
dropped
damn
it.
deep.
It is, but I don't think deep gameplay necessarily means good gameplay. Just because I have a lot of options and have a lot of, and especially in that game, it has even more options than Hollow Knight because of all the additions that you have playing as Hornet now. But just because something has more expansive gameplay doesn't make the gameplay better. If that was the case, why didn't Metaphor win Game of the Year? Why did Astrobot win Game of the Year?
Well, I would say that
Let's not get into that there.
Well,
RDR2 has very extensive gameplay. You do a lot of different stuff in that game. And so I just want to say that. Jack, I agree with your take, but RDR2, it's something about, like, if you took that gameplay RDR2 and you plopped it into this Ubisoft world, holy burger, 80 on Metacritic. But when you
Probably.
have the other aspects of the game, when it comes to, I mean, literally just simply put the world and the atmosphere, the stuff that
but
you'll
that's not
encounter when you're
gameplay.
playing. But what am I doing? Like, I'm playing the game with all that stuff.
I mean, the
I'm
minute-to-minute
not just
game.
gonna sit there and. Well, I said I agree with you that of course that gameplay in Silksong is better.
like
but
I'm saying,
it's
as
not
a
like the
gameplay
gameplay in
experience,
RDR2 is bad.
the gameplay experience in
I'm
RDR2
not
is
sa-
much better, in my opinion.
Well, see, I don't. Then I'm not saying Silksong's a better game than Red Dead. I mean, I think that.
You're
but
saying it
I'm
has
not
a
saying
better
that to this
gameplay
point.
experience, which I disagree with.
Well, better minute-to-minute gameplay. Like when
Yeah,
you're
I
in
agree.
a combat sequence in Red Dead
disagree.
versus.
I disagree.
Well, yeah, I think just with Silksong, it's like the whole game is just you're dancing around. I could say Hollow Knight too, but I like Silksong gameplay better.
Well, it's an
Red
action
Dead
game.
is a. Well, Red Dead
Like,
is
what
a point and shoot game. That's all you do.
It's an
Yeah, and with
RPG.
Red Dead,
It's
like
an
those
adventure RPG.
those missions in Red Dead you do at the start, you do the exact same shit later in the game. You're just hiding behind cover, shooting heads. But it's like this is why I love Red Dead so much. It's the story. It's why are you at this location right now? Why are you fighting these people? And that just adds so much.
I guess I can
Wait, hold
agree
on.
on
We
pure
got the
gameplay.
disagree. We got the agree.
No, I guess you can
I
agree
think
on
we're
pure
I think we're
game-
way off on this point. I think we should just move on.
Well,
Alright,
we're
next one.
off.
It'll take too long, there's
off
no way
because the reason why we're off is because, like, you can't just like compare. You can't compare just like the gameplay between them. They're just too vastly different. I'm saying I think it's better to rate the gameplay experience, how the gameplay, like, I don't know, how it makes you feel playing the game.
Yeah, well, I wanted to use that point then, because like I obviously know I like Silksong more, and you guys both like Red Dead.
It just
It's
means you like the gameplay.
it
Yeah,
takes-
you like the way that it plays more. It's more of a fast-paced action game compared to Red Dead.
Yeah, let's just move on. I don't think this is gonna go anywhere.
All right,
To be
Shane's
honest.
fire went off.
No, I want to hear Jack's other one first, because Jack said he's got another spicy one. I really want to hear this one.
I'll save that one. I'll save that one.
No, I want to hear that one now.
Well, then that's my second best one.
Just go for
I can't
it.
do that one
Just go for it, please.
No, I can't do that one yet.
Please.
I know we need to move on first.
Shane, do you have one ready to fire off?
Ooh, this
I
one's
can do
really...
a Twitch
no,
one
this
if you need
one's
to think.
this one's really gonna. Actually, if you want to, yeah, I want to, because I want to load this one up. I want it to be really, really a feather
Alright.
ruffler, as Jack would say.
All right. So this is pretty calm, but I think RDR2 should have swept God of War in the 2018 Game Awards. I think
It's
God of
tough.
War is. I know people say like the stories are really comparable. I thought RDR2's story was vastly better than God of War's, and even though God of War, I did have that actual like combat and the gameplay, I had more fun exploring and shooting in RDR2 than God of War.
With somebody who hasn't played God of War, in my opinion, with a grain of salt, I would agree. I think it kind of goes back to my. They're both very high quality games, but just the scale of Red Dead and the story, it's kind of basing off what you said to me a few days ago, Pat, when we talked about God of War and your feelings on it. I just think Red Dead was such a moment in gaming, looking back now too. Even though I'm not as high on as other people, God of War just isn't up to the same level. I mean, I haven't played God of War, so it's kind of hard for me to speak on it. But
And like
Yeah.
the RDR2 staying power, it still holds up today as a game that came out in 2018. Like God of War does too, but you just see how vastly superior and deep Red Dead is.
I agree personally, but I because I like Red Dead 2 better than God of War 2018, but I don't have a problem with God of War 2018 winning Game of the Year and winning the awards that it did. It really doesn't bother me. I like, would I have personally chosen Red Dead? Yes, but like I said, I think they're like, I think we've been talked about this before. I have them on pretty equal pedestal. I just prefer one, and I think it's just because I prefer the world and the characters of Red Dead compared to just Kratos, Atreus, and the rest of the God of War 2018 cast. I think the characters in Red Dead are more compelling. I found the story more compelling and at least easier to relate to, I guess. And I think it's just more fun being a cowboy than being Kratos. That is probably a crazy take, but yeah, I agree. But like, kind of not at the same time. Like I will personally agree with you, but at the same time, that agreement comes with like, I really don't care that RDR2 lost. Like at the time, I was like, "There's no way." But yeah.
Yeah, some parts of God of War just dragged for me. Like some of the puzzles are just too simple or kind of annoying with what I had to do. Walk around, throw my axe at something. Atreus tells you exactly what to do in about 30 seconds. Kind of takes you out of it too, and
Yeah,
try not
dude.
to listen. And like the collectibles. Oh, is there a difficulty setting in that game, Shane?
And what?
Yeah.
God of War.
Yes.
There is.
Yes.
Dang, dude, I was using the same armor from the very start. I must have been on normal difficulty.
You know, I remember you started on hard, and then you said it felt like a damaged sponge.
Oh my gosh, it
Switched
was.
back.
Yeah, I never switched back.
I did the same thing for some of Sparta.
Dude, that just reminded me like of a hot take that I used to have. But I'm only bringing this up because I don't believe it anymore. But man, I was really in 2022. I was on the God of War Ragnarok train. I really was.
Yeah. Dude.
Yeah,
I didn't know that game was so.
Oh, I had that game over Elden Ring. I was like, dude, give God of War Game of the Year. Because God of War is so good. God of War Ragnarok's so good. But Elden Ring's great too. Obviously, Elden Ring probably obviously deserves that. But and I feel like God of War Ragnarok just got a bad draw being in that year. I feel like that game never got the the credit it deserves.
Yeah, I guess a lot of people just view it as like more of the same.
The rest of the I don't think so. I think a lot of people actually find 2018 to be better, which is fine. I kind of would agree with that sentiment. But like, dude, I look at the rest of the 2022 nominees and like, dude, literally any other year, God of War Ragnarok just sweeps this award. It's not even close. You're telling me he was going against Horizon Forbidden West, A Plague Tale Requiem, Stray, and Xenoblade 3? Are we serious? Like, those are all great games, but we're talking about God of War Ragnarok, bro. It was literally just LeBron and Jordan.
Might be a sweep.
It was literally Braun and Jordan versus the freaking, I don't know, the 60s Bucks. I don't know, without Oscar. It's just, what is this lineup? I guess that brings me into my hot take, which nobody's going to agree with, and that's fine. My hot take, and I've always stood by this, and I will always stand by this, I don't care, is I think that Tears of the Kingdom is a better game than Breath of the Wild. I've always had that sentiment. I think it's a better game.
Why do you think it's better?
And it's so crazy that I'm going to say this because I said earlier to Jack that bigger doesn't mean better, but in this case, bigger meant better for me. I loved having the Sky Islands and the underground and like the gameplay systems that this game had compared to Breath of the Wild. The only thing I will ever bend on when it comes to that game, Tears of the Kingdom, is I can agree with the sentiment that Breath of the Wild definitely has a better story. Like I totally agree with that. But I thought when I played Tears of the Kingdom, like the first time I finished it, obviously I've chilled back on that sense for now, but I was like, this is maybe the best game I've ever played. But I had it at like 2, 3, and I still have it at 3, tied with Breath of the Wild. I just lumped them in as one, but I always get slandered for this take, so I'm surprised it's not getting bad. But I always said Tears of the Kingdom is a better game.
Yeah, it's really tough for me, and this is just because of, I don't know, how I played Breath of the Wild. It was such a good experience. I'm never going to forget that first Breath of the Wild gameplay.
I think it's nostalgia, though.
And
I think it's always nostalgia
yeah,
when it comes to that
probably
game.
is. And I just couldn't, I never found that even with Tears. And like the stuff, like exploring in Tears was also great, even though it was still had like the main Hyrule, but like you said with the Sky Islands and the depths, there's so much new stuff, but it just like, I don't know if it was the story, or I don't know if I wanted them to do more with like the townspeople like moving back in and all of that stuff, but I don't know. I definitely need to revisit Tears though.
Especially since it's 60 FPS now, I kind of want to play it again.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know, is it a good idea to replay Breath of the Wild or replay Tears? Probably Tears.
Both are 60 FPS.
I haven't seen everything in there. Yeah.
I mean, I really liked my time with Tears of the Kingdom. I don't think I ever finished the game, to be honest. I wasn't really grinding games then. I mean, I just wasn't really playing games, so it was kind of a, I don't know, wasn't playing as much. Never played Breath of the Wild still, except like random couple minutes here and there. So I don't really have an opinion on this.
Wait. I did not know this. You have never played Breath of the Wild and didn't finish Tears of the Kingdom, bro? You're hardly qualified to even be on here right now.
Bro, I just didn't really. My only games I've rated have been since 2024. Besides a few,
we
because I
gotta
just
time
did.
it out though, because this guy also plays Toon Link in Smash, and he's never even played Wind Waker.
I've played a good amount of Wind Waker.
But you never beat it.
Never finished it, but I played it. No, but that was a game I played when I was younger on the Wii U, so it's kind of just like I played games with no mind.
Yeah.
I definitely want to play it though and finish
That's
it.
what you'd be doing
another
now,
hot
I played a good
take.
amount of Wind Waker.
That's what you'd be doing
To
now.
to use a Smash character, you have to have beaten one of their games. If it's your main.
Okay.
No, I agree with that, bro. Because then you have the personal connection, bro. I think
Yeah.
I think if you hop on, like, if somebody hops on, like, Smash, right, and they start playing Kazuya, bro, I'm gonna be pissed because you probably didn't even know who Kazuya was till we came in Smash, bro. You've never even played Tekken. Like, what do we? I mean, it's just like, I mean, I know that's not like a story game or whatever, but like, I agree with that, bro. I think that's valid.
I'm gonna disagree because I do that. It's a fighting game. I pick my character.
Yeah, that wasn't a real take of mine.
Pat,
No,
I
I
can
agree
hold
with
me
that take, though.
sometimes. Shane's
That's such a good
barbecue
take.
chicken.
Just wait, dude. I've been working on my cloud.
The limit break.
You're not ready for my cloud.
All right. Oh, who's up? Who's got a spicy one?
I just went, so I'm rotating to somebody else.
Jay
Either one
Disney.
of you. Jay Disney.
I'm gonna get Shane too turned up here if I say this one.
No, dude. You have to, dude. You have to. It's the rules of the game.
Let me do one more chill one first.
Okay.
25 to 30 hours is the perfect length for a game. And
You're
that's
not-
coming from me playing majority games that are 10 to 15 hours this year so far, 10 to 20. And while I have loved most of those games this year so far, I think that 25 to 30 hour mark really gives you time to learn the characters and grow with them throughout the game. And it feels a little cut off at points, depending on the game. I mean, 007 was a perfect length, but if
Yeah,
they
but that
could
was like
still
20.
keep that same quality. I think I have like 16, 17 on it.
Yeah, I was
but
gonna say max 20.
Yeah, just for example, Final Fantasy VII Remake was around 30 hours, not counting the DLC. And I think that while that game did drag at some points, I think it was a really good time frame and gives you a little bit more satisfaction when you beat it. Sometimes when I scroll through my games and see I have 15 hours on, I'm like, man, I beat the game, but I don't know.
Yeah, I will mostly agree with that sentiment. I like for AAA games, I find that to be like the best length. It depends on the game, right? Because I don't mind it. Like, it sounds crazy, but I don't mind it when the JRPG becomes like a 60-hour game because it's just I know I'm getting into it.
That's why I didn't
Mhm.
go on the higher end because I also do like those games a lot, but I think sometimes they like Octopath, for example, the first one, I put about 68 hours into that game. I don't think it had to be 68 hours. Sea of Stars, I put about 48 something hours into. That game definitely did not have to be that long.
So it feels like I should disagree with you, honestly. It feels like I should disagree with you because your sentiment is that the perfect game length is 25 to 30 hours. But that, like I was saying, I think the perfect game length, truthfully, it's going to sound so corny. It depends on the game, dude. It depends on the game.
Yeah, it depends on the genre
It doesn't always just depend on the genre. It just depends on like the game itself, really. Like what it's trying to do, right? Like a game, like there's games that you can play and beat in an hour that are a worthy experience of playing that game and beating it in an hour. Like there's very short games, indie games that are worth 2 to 3 hours of time. Like one of the most highly regarded games over the last many years, or that cult classic games, is Hotline Miami. Hotline Miami is a pretty short game, very short game, compared to something like playing 110 hours of Persona 5, which people will play 110 hours of Persona 5 and say it changed their life, because Persona 5 is literally like a life sim. It pretty much is. Like, you do a lot of stuff. That's how Persona games are. It takes the full JRPG experience, but it's what that game's trying to do. So is that time worth it? In my opinion, yes. And there's so many other games like Resident Evil 9 Requiem. I finished that game like in game time, I think 10 hours. I described that as the perfect length for that game. Actually, it could have even been a smidge longer or a smidge shorter, depending on, preferences there. But that game is in 25 to 30 hours, and that's my number 2 game of the year. It's because it just lends itself well to being that maximum, like, 15-hour experience, because at some point the gimmick kind of wears off if you keep trying to do the gameplay choices those type of games do for 25 to 30 hours. It just doesn't work. So I think it literally depends on the game.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to disagree, Jack, and I'm more on Shane's side of things because, well, I have 2 points. My first point is that my 3 favorite games ever are all over 60 hours, and I've probably put over 100 hours into 2 of them. And my favorite franchise ever, Sonic the Hedgehog, those games max out at like 3 hours. Frontiers might have been like
bad.
6 to 8 maybe. So I would say that
6 to 8 hours, that open world nonsense.
Yeah,
Sonic games are short. Like when you have a character that can run super fast, I bet it's hard to make levels for that guy. So yeah, I disagree.
Way harder to make levels for him than
you
it is
guys
to make raids,
You guys kind of swayed me. I think like a better way to phrase this would have been my preferred time for a game is 25 to 30.
Yeah.
But again, some of my favorite games, so I have way over that time on all.
How many
my
hours in
favorite
Destiny
games.
2? How many in Elden Ring? How many in Metaphor?
Well, yeah, I just think that you just can't say, like, in general, the perfect time for a game is that length, because you have games like Portal. Like, another example, I didn't even bring up Portal. Portal, 3 hours. You can beat Portal in 3 hours. Probably shorter than that if you're actually good at the game, which I'm not. But
yeah, but I would just like, I don't know.
I can agree with the preferred
that
preference of that
frame,
game length. I can agree with that, but
I guess I kind of disagree with my own take now. I'll agree with Shane. It does depend on the game.
We're so good, Pat, at debating that we made him change his worldview in a matter of minutes. All right, Pat, hit me with another one.
All right, this is a super chill one. I think friend slot games are good.
Ooh, I agree, but man, some of them like are just like friend slop for the sake of being friend slop. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
some of them.
I think like for the purpose that they're put out there, they fulfill their purpose. Have a fun time with friends. Most of them are pretty cheap, under $20 for most of them. Play it for a couple hours, maybe never pick it up again, but I bet the couple hours are pretty fun.
I should have worded it this way. Like, a lot of them are actually good games. Like, they're like actually fun, have replayability. You can play them a lot and always have fun. While some of them that I've got, I was like, oh my god, I've gotten scammed. I've gotten scammed of my money, and I will never see it again. Gabe Newell, you've done it once again. Shout out Steam. But like the ones like I know like the big one right now is Mecha Chameleon, dude. That game is sick. I have never played it, sadly, but you guys know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. The one where you paint yourself in.
Yeah.
And like, that one. Yeah, I love the clips, man. I love them.
Peak is like another example. I don't even know if you could. I don't know. Like, this is like far back, not super far back, but I don't even know if like Schedule 1 can be considered friend slop, because like it's like not really. It's kind of. It doesn't have the art style that all the friend slop games have. You know,
that can be a really good single player experience too.
Yeah, you know what? I guess it's really not made to technically be a multiplayer, but I feel like it's best there.
Yeah. Dude, 100%. Game's awesome.
But there's like a few that like I don't know that have come out that I've tried, and I'm just like I did not really like that one that much. I'm not gonna say those now because I can save those for another take somewhere down the line. But yeah, some people probably know.
Yeah, I'd say I agree with this take. I haven't played many because a lot of them are just based on Steam, but I want to play a lot of them that I watch clips of and stuff. They look super funny. And I I think they're just, you know what you're getting into it with them. It's not going to be this game you play for months on end. They're usually cheap. You hop in with some friends for the night or two. Some funny stuff happens, and you all walk away happy. And I think while there are just like some slop versions of them that are kind of just a waste of time and money, like Shane said, I think a majority of them would just be a good time to play, and you're not really thinking about it. You're just hopping in and goofing around for a little while, which is always fun. And yeah, I agree with that take.
Fair.
All right. So I do have to make a scheduling note. Lanu is here. So before I go, does anyone have a spicy one they want to fire off?
Yeah.
And you got one?
I don't really have a spicy one. Okay. No, this isn't spicy at all. I feel like you guys are gonna agree. But what I was gonna say is that I think that the coolest gaming character ever, not like Mr. Video Game. We all know Mr. Video Game is Mario, but the coolest video game character ever. There's no one cooler than Master Chief. I don't even play Halo. Is there anybody cooler than Master Chief? There's a couple people I think could have a knock at it, but I don't.
About to say Shadow the Hedgehog.
I was
But I gotta put Chief above him.
I think Chief has got to be the coolest, dude.
Dude, and the best part about Chief is that it's written in that like 2000s campy action movie where he just he talks in quotes, man.
He does. The only other people that I think like are as cool, like I know he's recent, but like Arthur's cool. But he's not Chief cool. And like Kratos,
Tarnished is pretty cool.
No, the Tarnished is not cool. Snake is really freaking cool. Snake is cool. Who else were you even thinking of? Geralt's cool, but I wouldn't put Geralt that high. Nathan Drake is cool. I want to put Nathan Drake on freaking I almost called him Mr. Chief. Master Chief level cool, dude. Who's even?
I think if you go back to
as
like
much as
90s Sonic with like the hip hop and like the anti, like
they need to go back to that like style for Sonic.
He lost all of his sauce.
Dude, Sonic lost.
He got gentrified, bro.
Sonic hasn't. Dude, no, you're not even wrong, bro. Sonic really hasn't been cool like as like an aesthetic since like Sonic Adventure 2.
Since SA2 came out.
Since SA2, bro. That was the last time Sonic actually looked cool.
Yeah, man. Had the sauce in that game and like grinding with the soap shoes like through the city. Like, dude, that's so sick, man. Like Metal Harbor running away from jets, but lost it. So
like
I think Master Chief holds it.
It's definitely
unless we're talking about 2K, say LeBron's up there too.
I mean, the only other character I see people bringing up, just like looking for, like, you know, what people think are like coolest video. I mean, there another one.
Doomslayer.
Doomslayer is one I forgot. Leon. I forgot Leon. Ezio.
I think
from AC.
From Assassin's Creed. I don't know. I don't want to say yes, I agree, but I don't want to disagree either. I think even though I don't like the game that much, the Hunter from Bloodborne has like his actual storyline is so much aura.
Yeah, all going down in one night. He's not as badass as Chief.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
He's Chief.
Yeah.
I don't even, like I said, I don't even play Halo, and I recognize how cool Chief is, dude.
Isn't the main character from Skyrim, is it like a Dragonborn or something?
Yeah, the Dragonborn's pretty sick.
He got it.
See, the reason why I won't say any characters like that is like maybe lore-wise they're cooler, right? But you make that character. They're not a character. You make the character. I don't make Master Chief. He just is. Yeah. He is, and he's the best. He's the coolest. It's the same with
because Skyrim, like you don't even talk. That's a non-voice protagonist.
Yeah, dude. I feel like it can't be any of those characters. Like, I mean, did I say I don't know if I said Kratos, but Kratos is definitely up there.
Yeah.
There's there's really not. I mean, I know Cloud and Sephiroth. They're got to be up there. I mean, let's be honest, Jack. They're freaking cool as hell, but they're not Chief level badass and cool though.
Cloud.
Oh, Sephiroth.
Dude, we could do a whole video on cool characters. I'm thinking like Red, and what's the Pokemon game after like?
Oh, Gold and
when
Silver.
When he comes back to fight you.
Gold, Silver, Heart Gold, Soul Silver at the top of Mount Coronet Peak, something like that. Dude,
Pretty
I
cool.
remember, like, dude, the first time you fight that, and then, like, you get the red music, you get the champion music, it's like, oh, he's got full level, like, 90s or something. He doesn't have 100s at all. Or does he have level 100? He has, like, a level 100 Pikachu, I think, or something. That fight is still so cool to this day. I don't care what anyone says. It's so cool.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
I like Batman in the Arkham series is pretty cool too, but not over Master Chief.
Yeah, he's
The,
pretty
the
sick.
only reason I won't even accept that as a passable answer is because he's not. It's not like
Yeah.
Batman's a video game character. Batman's a character. You know what I mean? Like, coolest character
Yeah.
of all time. Batman's in the running for sure. Coolest character ever. Batman's definitely in the running. But I feel like for video game character, they have to be an original video game character, and
Yeah,
that
let's
Master Chief is.
Yeah.
Lara Croft is another one, but like, she's not Master Chief level cool, dude.
Yeah.
It's Chief. We just ran through so many names. I think Chief just trumps all of them.
And that's the thing. People just
Yeah.
know him as Chief. You don't even have to say like you say like Chief. People know you're talking about the big dog. Like you say GOAT. You know they're talking about LeBron and Ramon James. But like, I'm sorry.
All right.
Jack, you want to get into this last big one?
Yeah, last big one.
Yeah, I can do that. Metaphor ReFantasio
Uh-oh.
has a better story
Yeah, what's up?
than Expedition 33.
See, why would you make a take that you know I can't even refute because I've never played the game? That's such a stupid
Jack.
way to end the video.
Did you just say Metaphor is better than Expedition 33?
Well,
Because it is a better story.
I'm not even going better game.
Oh, better story. All right,
I agree
Shane.
with you.
This one's all you.
No, dude,
haven't
I
played
just
either.
told him he's an idiot. I don't know why he would bring this to the table knowing knowing damn well he's the only one who played it. How am I supposed to even debate you on this when I don't even know the story? What an idiotic
Kinda
thing!
more of a
No.
rage-bait
What an idiotic thing to bring to the table, man. I
Wait,
actually
can
can't
I
take
ask
this
you
guy
guys
Or
seriously.
since I'm the only one who's done both, I have the.
No, I can't even take this
opinion
guy
on it right now.
seriously. I can't even take him seriously.
Wait, Let me
Jack-
ask you guys a question
Hold on,
since you
no,
played
no,
them
no, no.
both.
Jack, you know what I have to say about that, bro? You know what I have to say about that, bro? You see that? You see that shit? Bro, fuck this stupid goddamn game, bro. I'm not playing it anymore, bro.
It's not. That's fine
just
with
took it
me.
out of
I
the
don't-
trash.
Everybody doesn't need an experienced peak.
Nah, dude,
All right.
you're just being a. You're
So
just being
since
an
you guys
asshole.
both played Red Dead and Expedition, which one of those has a better story?
Fucking Red Dead.
Oh.
Red Dead's
Yeah,
got the
I agree.
best story in
Red Dead.
gaming that I've
Yeah,
seen
facts.
thus far. There's
Facts.
nothing that even comes close to Red Dead, in my opinion, at this point. We'll see at the culmination of
think
this
so
all FF7 remake trilogy, but right now it's like let me look at my backlog real quick and like think of games. It's just Red Dead. What's even comes close plot wise? Is there
You
really
say
anything?
God of War, but I think Red
Yeah,
Dead.
no, God of War
trumps
comes
God of War
close, but
pretty easily.
you got to think for like personal opinion. It's Red Dead. It's
I'd be Red Dead.
I like other game stories a lot. Like, I guess overall, I love the story of Nathan Drake as a character, but that spans multiple games, so I can't really say that.
I would say. I. This is obviously a big disagree from both of you. I think the story of Metaphor made me think a lot more than Red Dead. And it goes to a deeper level. You guys haven't played Metaphor, so it doesn't matter much, but I don't know.
Well,
I also am just
it was
glued to Metaphor.
it was Expedition 33 that Pat posed. So you think it's better than that?
Well,
for sure.
Red Dead's better than Expedition
Yeah, let's.
33 for sure.
I mean, it could even be like I would be okay with somebody being like, it's a better game because like I personally still have Expedition 33 very high. I have it higher than Red Dead at the moment, which I'll probably revisit at some point. But I'm completely fine with somebody saying that.
Yeah, I got Red Dead higher than Expedition 33
I mean,
as well.
I definitely have its story higher for sure. I mean, it's like I said, it's the best story in gaming that we've seen, in my opinion. I mean, a lot of people would probably say Last of Us Part 1 and Part 2. But then again, that's another thing that's spanning multiple games. So if you're isolate one of those games, sure, I think that's a better debating point because, I mean, you could say that Red Dead and Red Dead 2 obviously are connected as well, but they didn't make Red Dead 1 with the intent of there being a Red Dead 2, connecting the story. That's why, even the returning characters you see in or the characters you see in RDR1, compared to RDR2, they're the same characters, but some of the conversations in RDR1, obviously, you know, there's some stuff that they should be bringing up or talking about that they're not. You know, that's just the irony of how it is. So I think it's hard to judge it like that. That's why I think just Soul one game, I think it has the best story beats, especially with the side content too, compared to anything else.
Yeah, best written characters in a game.
Oh, nobody's better written in gaming. But maybe Kratos. Really, I mean, if we're gonna, that's the only other option. I mean, Kratos is. I love Kratos' story and him as a character. But then again, Kratos has had how many games now? Granted, you could say 2018 obviously is a totally new adaptation of Kratos, but it's still Kratos, you know.
I have a hot take. One more, if you have time, Pat.
Yeah, why not?
This is Slate Gaming, Slate Not. I think anime, just to give a gaming kind of related media form, does a majority a better job at telling the story of a character and goes to a deeper level than the majority of games. Like
That's not even a hot take. I don't think that's a hot take at all.
I think like even Arthur Morgan pales in comparison to a lot of anime characters.
I wouldn't say he pales in comparison. I think to get Arthur's full story and, you know, to get a lot of Arthur, you have to play the game a lot. You know, I will agree, like, on the base, like, if you just did, like, a very short, like, you know, like in how you played Red Dead pretty much, not, like, trying to say it in a insulting way, but you played it kind of just to the point, right? And that's what, you're watching a show, it's to the point, right? You know, like, hey, this episode's 30 minutes, this season's 12 episodes long. Obviously, when you don't have to focus on all the other things that a game has to, you would expect characters and the story to be better in a show, right? That's its entire thing. But
yeah,
I will disagree with the fact that say that Arthur pales in comparison to show characters. I disagree with that.
Animes are written for the story and the characters. You know,
I think games have a very big problem in shoving it in your face, kind of. That's another reason I like metaphor a lot. A lot of games will... It's like the most overused story in game. And Arthur's
I'm gonna
the
say
best
like Yellow Tape. Oh.
No, nothing like that. It's just he was a bad person and he wants to become good. And obviously that's kind of taken away a lot from Red Dead, but like it's almost too in my face at times. I like a slow build up with where you can think about the individual sentences and not almost just accept.
That's exactly what Red Dead is. That's exactly what Red Dead is.
Dude,
if you see Arthur and just see a bad guy trying to be a good guy, you didn't play the game correctly. If you look at Arthur and say bad guy trying to be a good guy, you did not play the game correctly. Arthur Morgan is meant to be a deeply conflicted man.
Well, I agree with that, but it's like a lot of the missions are, for example, one is it's the multiple side quests of it. You wrong this family, and it's about fixing that with them, and it's like they're right in front of my face. And
yeah, I think the best part about that is you do that, and then you don't even get another mission with them until like chapter like 6 when you're back from Dwarma, and you see them like up in Amsterdam. It's been like
you're not forced.
Well,
to make
that one was
choices.
a main mission.
I'm just saying in general, these are all choices you can make. How you like. Obviously, your actions and gameplay directly correlate to the version of Arthur Morgan you have. Like that's a fact.
Well,
so,
yeah, but there's the high honor ending, the low honor ending, and like the in between stuff. But like, you could either be bad and stay bad, or start bad and become a good person.
Yeah, but just saying it's good, bad, like it's there's nothing that's ever just. This is good, this is bad. I don't agree with that. Like, I guess that's how the game formats it, in a way that, like, you did good things happen, or, you know, your good meter, you know, you have higher honor, right? Or you do something bad, you have lower honor. But, like, is that really a representation of real life? You do good things happen? Or you're in a better standing? No. Like, I feel like you're just making it simple because the game kind of has that system that, you know, rewards thinking of it that way.
I think we're kind of going in circles now, but
A little bit.
I don't know. There's just a clear difference to me in seeing a character. I don't even know. Like, just to give an easy example, Aaron and Arthur Morgan. I think there's so much like background things that you can pick up on going through the story and like makes you think about things moving forward. It's in games in general, it's usually just like an open shut book, it feels to me a lot of the time.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that take at all.
Yeah, I mean, I would, on the average, on par, I would agree with that. Like, even in a short
I
show,
think we got to
even in a short show, I think
Yeah.
that cowboy. I think like one of my favorite characters of all time is Spike Spiegel. That's a very short show, but I think he's a very deep character and a cool character. Better than a lot of gaming characters. Is that it? Is that our last take?
I have more, but I don't